Hello, this is Anna from astralladytarot in Amsterdam, and I am doing the wrap-up exercise of the hashtag Council of Seven. Don't watch this video or Natalia's wrap-up video if you haven't done the Council of Seven yet yourself. It was nice to hear her reveal, in a way, or remind us what the tag was really about. Of course, all the different tarot decks bring out a different part in ourselves, and so it is initially ourselves we are describing. So I will show you my council members again, or parts of myself I listen to or need to listen to, that I am. It's also interesting what energy isn't there, as opposed to looking only to who is invited to your advice table. And I just hope I'm doing it right. This one I called my other self. So we now start every description of the personality as I am. I am balance. My balanced self. Me understanding myself, and that's what matters. It's like having an inner compass, like a natural way of approaching life and not forcing anything and just acting on intuition or instinct. I have this beauty, and I've lovingly referred to this deck as my evil twin. So here I am the revealer, or the underdog. I have the knowledge of there's always more going on underneath, so I'm digging. This also uncovers the struggle of other people's perception of me, based unfairly on only or mostly my outside. You know, why don't we all realize that we can safely say that the outside is only a shell? We should give someone a chance to show us who she or he is or who they are, instead of filtering that person through an opinion that we've made based only on appearance. That's projecting. This is me, again, looking to understand myself, and by doing so, hopefully, understanding others. This one I've called the Trickster. I am my own trickster. I question everything. I have that chaos magic principle inside of me. Nothing is true, all is permitted. There is no judgment, but there are always questions. The next one is the voice of the people, I called this one. So I too am the voice of the people, since I am people. So this acts like a scale, where with my Trionfi I learn about myself to understand others. Here the emphasis is on learning about others to understand myself, somehow. So this deck really is like reading a book. Of course, myths are there to unlock the ability to recognize yourself in the stories that are being told, a mirroring of your experiences, and they ask you to rethink your attitude towards life. Of course, I have that inside of me. I recognize myself in my surroundings, even if I feel like an alien sometimes. Well, maybe that's why I feel like that. Because so little people are doing that very thing. The deep rooter. I am the earth. So this is where it gets more interesting and more personal, and where I get into the more current struggles or questions that I'm having. So after this deck, the deep rooter, I have the crone and the child. So I'm 32 years old and there are expectations. So don't worry about me. I'm not one to conform to anything that doesn't align with my desires or just my natural state of being. But there is that life-altering choice hanging above my head. And at the same time, not at all, because I know what I want. But now that knowing has started to be mixed in with fear. So there's a fear of making the wrong decision. And I don't even really fully comprehend how there is a decision to be made over something I have never really wanted. You know, how do you choose to not do something? Nonetheless, there is the fear of wanting the wrong thing, which doesn't really make sense because it's a paradox, isn't it? The deep rooter is my wish to put my stamp on this world. Have a legacy, however big or small, to feel like I belong. So I am my own roots. The crone. A similar wish to develop my wisdom. I cannot fully embrace this yet as an I am this. Well, in a way, of course, I am a wise woman, but perhaps that's only true because of that doubt, because of all of that questioning. Yeah. And finally, we arrive at the child. I am my inner child because I value and understand imagination. So I can really see how the deep rooter, the crone and the child are connected. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. The child council member is a way of carrying that energy inside of me, always, so it doesn't get lost along the way. So I encourage you to rewatch my Council of Seven video and see indeed how when I say this deck represents, I'm actually saying I am this. And that's it.